Hello my friends, so today I am doing a video for Sara Scrap's uh, Sketches Reimagined. Is that the way she says it? She is going through and working with a bunch of Shimelle sketches in order. So the one I get to work on today is this sketch right here, and I'll put it right here when I'm talking if that works for you. And it's from August 3rd, 2011. So I know I'm using that. I'm going to use this photo right here. This is my daughter. And you see right here, a girl's ready to serve during a volleyball game, and my daughter's excited and she's doing a bit of the splits. Or jumping in the air, I should say. I'm going to use this piece of paper mostly because I like how directional it is. Although, or should I use this because the black really shows up? I'm not quite sure. I think it shows up like this, but this isn't the most flowery moment. So I'm gonna have to work with that. I think, unfortunately, I'm gonna go more like that with it. And I'm going to try to get a little traction with these Vicki Boutin stickers that I have here. I've got just a little bit of Vicki Boutin products left. I'm going to see if any of them will work for this photo. And I'm going to get scrapbooking, and I'll come back in a few minutes and show you how it went. Yep. All right. So wish me luck. Here we go. All right. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and cut out all of the colors of these great little labels from my Paige Evans little sheet. Any of them that were in the peach, this peachy, aqua, hot pink, any of the colors that would have matched with this. And what I was thinking I wanted to do, you see how there's like this line that goes across the layout right here? I'm going to create kind of a white line with labels across my page for that, and then have my photo on top. I'm going to go ahead and map my photo on this really quickly. It's the back side of this Beyond Gorgeous paper. And I'm going to create myself a nice little base, and then I can figure out the title and all that kind of stuff and go from there. I have another element I need to put up here. That would be great for a few of the label bits to bring it up there. And then just come across this way on a diagonal and finish up the layout. So here we go. Let's see how it goes. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and map my photo, and I told you I was just going to use the back side of that scrap that I had of this gorgeous cocoa vanilla paper. And pretty much just because there's not as much gray in this line, so it will have something to rest on a little bit. And now this is going to take me a minute, but I'm not going to be too precious about it. I'm going to go ahead and just line up these labels in a way that they'll pretty much connect across the page. I'm not going to worry too much about putting the labels beneath where the photo will be, but I'm going to create a nice little ledge, and I'll come right back and show you what that looks like. All right, I've attached all of my little labely bits, and now I'm going to go ahead and pop up my photo just on a little bit of fun foam. I use the type that has adhesive on one side, and I just pick it up at Michael's with a 50% off coupon, so it usually costs me, oh gosh, maybe $4, and I only have to get a couple packs a year, so it is not a large expense, but I do feel like it adds a lot to my layout, so I really do enjoy them. That is this great, fantastic set of puffy alphas that are part of my Mind the Scrap kit for this past month, and I've used lots and lots of them, so it's getting a little bit tricky to spell words with it, but my title will end up being Fly Number 19, my daughter's number 19, so I figured that would be applicable for this layout. I went ahead and stuck that title down with just a little bit of liquid adhesive, and now I'm looking at the sketch. You see it to the left of my layout, and there are some round pieces that go from the top to the bottom on a diagonal, so I went ahead and grabbed 3 floral shapes, and I really wanted to use that really gorgeous seafoam green banner, but unfortunately another one of the sticker pieces landed on top of it and kind of ruined the word. I was a little bit bummed, but that's okay. So I'm going to end up grabbing a couple of different pieces of this coral aqua kind of bits, and I'm going to end up having them beneath the photo. Obviously I'm just trying to find products that are in the pink tones, the coral tones, as well as the aqua, and carrying them along through my layout. So I went ahead and I opened my little photo box that I have here of the cocoa vanilla die cuts, ephemera, whatever you want to call them, and I liked the Living the Dream. My daughter trained from the time she was roughly 10 years old to make it onto a college volleyball team. She knew what she wanted from the time she was really, really young, and she knew the team she wanted to play for, and that's who she does play for. So it's kind of a cool thing that so she's living her dream, which is fantastic. And she is very energetic and all that kind of stuff. That's why you see her in a very high off the ground jumping celebration doing the splits. And no, she was never a cheerleader. So I'm auditioning the different pieces that might work on this layout that are in that box there, and I'm going to go ahead and use some liquid glue on the chipboard pieces as well. So my kit has these Vicky Bouton cardstock kind of stickers in them, and they're gorgeous and beautiful, and I'm so excited that I'm able to get a couple of the pieces on with this cocoa vanilla set. Now they're both kind of watercolory base, but they have a different vibe. And I'm going to go ahead and use 3 different sizes of these cute little bumblebees. And the reason that I am doing that is because this daughter of mine right here has a really big thing for honey. So bees actually remind me very much of my girl Ryan. I was able to kill these fantastic lily enamel shapes by Dear Lizzie. Love them, and I love that they came in so many different multi-colors that I was able to use them up this past month and get them on a bunch of different layouts. So we have this really great epoxy kind of a thing, and I really think it adds something to your layouts when you have, the flat pieces, the chipboard, the shiny pieces, all that kind of stuff. I'm looking to see what might work from these great little die cuts that I have. I think those are Jen Hadfield that I'm using right now. They are gorgeous, and so I was able to get a little banner piece that is in a very similar coral color, but it works perfectly fine and it shows up really nicely against the white. Now I'm seeing what might work from that great collection right there on this layout. There's tons of little circly bits in there, so I'm able to add a bunch, and they're going to mimic enamel dots really, really nicely. And there's, some subtle hearts on some, and once again, it's quite multi-tonal. And I love when collections do the whole multi-tonal kind of thing, so that you can really get into different color groupings within the same collections. Like those stickers right there, I could do all pink and green or all blue and coral. So it's something that I'm always really excited for when designers seem to kind of take into account how we really scrapbook, if you know what I mean. So before I go much further, I wanted to say thank you to Sara once again for including me. I love these kind of collaborative endeavors, and I have so much fun with it. And you give me a sketch and I am one happy girl for sure. I'm going to go ahead and just use this little dark gray marker for some really simple journaling to the side of my photo. I'm just writing who it is, the month, and that which volleyball team we are talking about. Through the years, I've done many, 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 many volleyball layouts. So it's always good to go back, in the future to know what's what with all of these layouts that I do. Now I'm going through to see if there's any, I have these adhesive sequins and as well as bling in this little container, seeing if any of them will work. I also, right next to that, have a very large container that has a bunch of enamel dots. These are We Are Memory Keepers, I think it's bling. I think. And I've been enjoying them, you know, just having the single color at a time of those to go next to some enamel dots. These enamel dots that I'm using, by the way, are matte and finished. So I've got some of the Great Paige Evans little puffy bits, some bling and matte enamel dots. So that's pretty cool. So that's gonna about complete my layout. Here's a bit more of a close-up, and thanks so much for spending time with me today. I will be back ever so soon with another video. Bye-bye now, friends.